Don't take the scriptures as the norm whenever you plan and change your things. Number 2, the charism of your founder. No congregation was founded for the rich. And no congregation was founded also with bank balance. The founders heard the cry of the poor as the cry of God. Their cry of God is only through cry of the poor. They contemplated not the mysteries of God, but the miseries and powerlessness of the people. So after listening to the cry, they responded to the reality radically. But radicality has not yet become our reality today. We are responding half of, not excellent way, not maximum level. So once again we need to get back the same spirit, their love, deeper love for the poor and deeper love for God. So that you remember and get back to your charism and the spirit. And the third one, naturally, read the signs of the times. We are surrounded by too many miseries today. We are facing too many problems today. I think after Second World War, the biggest humanitarian crisis the world is facing in the form of the refugee problem. Millions of people are driven out with the threat of persecution and death. And no country is ready to receive. And also the cry of the earth, as Holy Father speaks in Laudato Si, the cry of the poor because of water scarcity, global warming. This is another cry, as God is crying through all this. And through earthquakes and droughts and floods and farmers committing suicide. And another problem also, increase in the number of prisoners. Since I am working in Tihar jail, see earlier 3,000, 4,000, 10,000 or 14,500 crossing. And earlier we had 6 jails, 10 jails, now 6 more jails are opened. 16 jails in Delhi, Tihar alone. Number of prisoners are increasing. Somewhere we have failed in our mission. We are only doing curative work. Somebody has to do preventive work, nobody is doing. They are coming there. Street children are on the increase. Homeless people, unimaginable starvation, and poverty, youth unemployment, sicknesses, and then persecuting people, those who are minority today. These are all new problems. So how we are going to respond? We can't give yesterday's answer to today's problems. Yesterday's problems were different, yesterday's news were. Today we are living in a global village, digital world, and everything is changing fast. If you don't read the sign and respond creatively, innovatively, and therefore what are the challenges? Just fast go it. Being lay religious we are. Don't forget we are religious. We are not just secular lay people. So therefore, the identity of brothers is God experienced people. People are looking. In India, religious means a spiritual person. That's our trend here. They will listen to spiritual people more than the intellectual people. They are looking for. So the first question Jesus asked, what are you looking for? What are we looking for in this brother's life? Are we clear about? Let's decide first of all, what am I looking for? We are not workers here. We are missionaries. We are committed religious. That we shouldn't forget. Am I religious? Come and see. This is an experience. This cannot be explained. You have to have time for, we have time for everything. But can people see today, brothers, a spiritual person? And our mission flows from our unity with the Lord. And when I was at Synod, I presented my paper on Vita Consecrata. I said, in India, we religious are accepted by people for what we do, not for what we are. We are not seen as God experienced people. We have plenty of people. We are not NGOs. Our call is different. We are not social workers. We are religious workers. The the idea of that I need to respond to the cry of the poor, my God, let's first of all realize the meaning of our vocation, the call. I don't want to accept any other call. I'm happy that I'm a woman, lay religious. You should be happy that you are a lay religious brother. Even if a chance is given to become a priest. No, what you are doing nobody else can do. Your God experience. First of all, let's love this life. Sit sometime closer. As Nicholas, the Jesuit general, I was 2012 in Rome for the International Theological Conference. He said very clearly, let us look up to the east now. West is finished. We will look up to the religious values and cultural values of the east. I was wondering whether what he is saying, can you look up, whether we can also provide that. Let's look up to the east. East, all the religions were founded here. We have somehow the DNA inside. Our DNA is a spiritual DNA. We don't need to go to do theology in order to become spiritual. Because in our blood itself, because the country that we are born, all the religions that were founded here, already we are drawn to that spirituality. If that is not there, that's the failure of religious life, because you are becoming lay. Then why should I become a religious and do what I am doing, which I can do? So what is that you can do which nobody else can do as you are doing? That grace comes from my closeness to God. So when people are saying, since you religious are not praying not, I am not saying the prayer, it's high time we should start praying. As Holy Father says, I feel as if God is holding my hand in prayer. Mother Teresa says, I listen and He listens. So let's take some time. Let people see that you are different category of people. You are lay at the same time religious. That's number one. That's the challenge that we are facing today. We are becoming more and more secular. For secular people there are plenty, that's a separate vocation. We appreciate that vocation, but our vocation is not that. Let's differentiate my vocation. Number two, the ministries, as the document says, the Vatican document on religious brothers. So we are involving in various ministries that participating in the mission of Jesus Christ. We are not workers, we are committed.